Hello everybody. Hey, welcome. Yeah, the last couple of videos you would have seen me finishing off packing this kiln, and then I did just a brief video of me coming out here after dark. I was firing the kiln just to show you the reduction. And a brief talk about that. That clip finished a little bit prematurely because, I don't know, either the card or the battery, one of the two. Anyway, so let's open the kiln, see the results of the firing. Alright, there it is. Now, I did open it just briefly earlier on, but I didn't take anything out. So, just wanted to do it quickly while there's still a bit of light, because it's already 4:30. So, right, let's whip the camera off the tripod and bring you right into the kiln. So, I'm just going to whip these out, we'll comment on them briefly. Most of these pots will be available. There's a couple of ladies' mugs in there, so a little dumpy mug there, it's quite nice. I'm going to have to be careful, otherwise I'm going to be moving the camera around too much. Let's just quickly just look at them in situ here a bit. So, Celadon picture. I know, I'll just take them out and put them on the side there. That is a picture with an iron. If you're interested in any of these, give me a shout. Write to me, Simon Leach pottery at gmail.com. Yeah, these are just small pictures for yeah, for the table, I suppose. Yeah. That is another dumpy mug. I'm just looking at the melt is looking good, and the reduction so far is looking good. So yeah, nice little tankard mug, that one. And another tankard mug. Quite satisfactory, yes. We had a couple of tea bowls here. These would be $48 plus shipping, probably 12, so you're probably looking at $60 shipping included on these tea bowls. Okay, alright, now let me just put this back on the tripod here so we don't all get dizzy, and I'm going to put them over on the One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9 pots. 9 pots. Right, let us delve a little deeper. Remember, when you're going to take a shelf out, just rock it like that a little bit before you lift it. just to make sure that if there are any props, they release. Alright, down in here. Now this is where we were at the stage when you joined me for that last, the video before last while I was packing. There is the cone. Alright, I'll put him up here with all the other cones from that firing. Right. Dee. That's a nice one. That is. I like that one. It's an exceptionally good one. Sold. That one's not bad, not quite as nice as the other one. Yeah, you see them there. So now I've got these ladies' mugs, which I'm hoping. Yeah. I got an order for some of these, and yeah, I have to choose the best of the bunch that I've got here for Jim and Lauren out there in Washington. I've got to just dig down there and get those bud vases out from underneath. Oh yeah, quite nice. So here you see on the bottom, I sprayed a bit of wood ash just on the bottom where you have the naked clay. Just gives contrast, you see, a little bit of contrast. I've got 8 of those in here. 8 of them. Oh, that is. That must have been. That must have been up against that little brick which I'd put in there as a kind of like a bag wall to stop the flame, and it must have. That's all right. I can get this soft brick. I can get that off. I can grind that down, and you'll hardly notice it. It will be a second there, of course. Right, let's just step around the other side of the camera here, and let me just put those over here. Three more bud vases I see down there. Yes. 3 more bud bases down. 1. So yes, and grind these off generally just by rubbing the bases together. Yeah, so they don't have any sharp bits. Yeah. So there it is. Right, let's just... So that there, all you see on that wear board is the contents of that kiln firing. How many pots is that? That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 pots. Alright, we managed to squeeze into that space. So that's not too bad. I mean, you know, if you think about what the kiln's worth, I mean, the firing itself costs about $7.50 to fire in gas, and get about 3 firings out of one of those bottles. So if you think of that, you know, okay, call it $8. Call it $8. $22 to fill the bottle, but we'll call it $8. That means it's pretty cheap firing, isn't it, really, if you think about it? Because, I mean, you know, I've got 25 pots there on the board. Each of those pots, well, I mean, basically the mugs are sort of like 35, 36. There's a couple of tea bowls at 48. And the bud vase is at 30. So, you know, I mean, 30 to 32, depends on the bud vase, actually. But, so all told, yeah, I mean, it's worth firing, you know, even though it's a small kiln. It's not to be sneezed at, mind you. I do need to fire the bigger kiln over there in the background. I had to quickly rush through a firing. Yeah. So yes. So thanks for joining us, folks. Go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. If you're interested in any of these pots, grab a timestamp. There will be, I will have some ladies' mugs available. Although one of these has got to go with some others that I have. For Jim and Lauren out there in Washington State. Hi, Jim and Lauren. Yes, otherwise grab the timestamp and let me know. Write to me, simonleachpottery@gmail.com. If you're interested in coming on a workshop, the dates are there on the website. Keep practicing workshop. It's basic stuff, but it's pretty, I like to think it's pretty good, because most people who come can't do the assignments that I give people, which is basically, we start off. Yeah, it's basically centered around throwing cylinders, which you might think, oh, well, that's pretty boring, Simon, I don't want to do that. But the question is, can you do it? You see, most people can't do it. The assignment is, we start with 12 ounces of clay and you've got to throw a 5-inch cylinder straight. Most people can't do that. So, fine, if you can do that, that's good. But you need to start with the basics and then go from there. There's no point in trying to do lots of fancy shapes and everything and fancy textures and the next glaze, you know, if you can't throw a basic cylinder. That's the grounding. That's the grounding that you need. And then you're not just to throw one, but throw 10 or 20, all the same, throwing to a gauge. Can you do that? Well, most people can't, so that's just my honest experience. So, you know, that's what we need to teach, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, if you're interested in a workshop, give me a shout. Apart from that, yeah, Leach treadle wheels, if you're interested in a Leach treadle wheel. It's a beautiful piece of woodworking art craftsmanship. If one of those interests you, also give me a shout. Apart from that, keep practicing. And I will see you. Take care, folks. All the best. Bye for now. Dee, dee, dee.